Hi, this is Kagi, and welcome to the High Fiber Diet. I'll have the episode number here or here. But yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks. I have furniture being delivered. Well, the delivery time frame is 2 hours from now until dark. So I'm trying to get this in while I can. The cats are rambunctious because outside it's actually snowing, and this is the first time the kittens have seen snow, and they're kind of chasing the snowflakes by the windows. So yeah, the lighting isn't perfect because I have no furniture over here. The couch is moved over there, and Bear is coming to get that. He's already picked up the other couch and chair. My house is a mess, and this is probably the only clean area that you can see behind me. And even that, I had to fix a hole in the wall, so if I move, you're going to see spackle. So, just bear with me. It is what it is, and that's all that it is. So, I've gotten a little bit done. As you can see, I finished my Audrey sweater, and of course I highly modified it. I did this in Aran weight, so it is a heavier weight. Cats are like herds of elephants. It's a heavier weight than what the pattern calls for. So I did a swatch, and I took my numbers, and I was able to go down to not the extra small, but the small. And I cast on with those numbers. This neck is still just a little bit too wide, and I'm not wearing a camisole underneath it, but I do have to push my bra straps out. I am thinking that I will either wear it with a camisole, or I may just take the top and just cinch it just from about right here to right here across the back, just a little bit, so that it fits just a little bit better and I don't have to worry about bra straps showing. The yarn did, it's a racetrack because there's nothing in here. I fully apologize, but cats are cats. I did modify it in other ways also. I didn't knit the arms, stand up here, didn't knit the arms quite as long. I think they were supposed to come down to here. I just didn't do that. And then, I'm not sure if you can see, I did a split hem where the back is longer than the front by about 2 inches. And I started that high hip, and it covers my bum in the back. And I like the way it falls in the front. So this was done out of Silky Wool XL. I have one ball left. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It does feel a lot like the nightshades. And so I do have another sweater's worth of nightshades to do. And I may use this to do color work in a yoke or around the wrists or something to go with the nightshades that I have, because that might fall in very nicely with that. So I'll hang on to that. Oh, what else have I been doing? Oh, the gnome that I couldn't find last week, I found. It was in my other basket. And this is my Never Not Gnoming in the large size, but done on fingering. They were scraps. I did the hat a single fingering. I did the body fingering held double. And then I did the nose and the beard in singles that I had in scraps. So I think he's adorable. I'm going to make a few more. In fact, one of my works in progress that I'll be showing is one of them. So there's my gnome. Then, still with knitting, I decided to order, oh, I need to get the plug in. Hold on. Cat, move. Thank you. Don't kill mommy. You okay? He came right under my feet. It has a remote. I ordered battery operated lights, 66 feet, I believe. And then I core spun it on the Ladybug. with just some odd wool that I had in teal and pink. And I stuck it on some very old straights that I no longer use. And let's see if we can get it to work. I know it lights up. Oh, you got to turn it on first. That might help. So yeah, this is up on my wall as a decoration. I haven't fully decorated the house yet. Don't know if I'm going to go all out this year. It's just me. So we'll see. But I like this. Will I ever do it again? I don't think so. You know, sometimes you just got to do something to do it. So now for my spinning finished objects. Sip of tea first. I had started this last time. It is from Phoenix Fiber Company on Etsy. It is Nostalgia in Merino Silk, Silk Merino, and Firestar. It was 2 ounces. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how many yards it is, but it is so pretty. And it is so soft. And that was a fun spin. It was out of Poonies. And so spinning from a pony is different than spinning from a braid or a top or roving. It's a lot like a roll egg, but a lot tighter than a roll egg. So yeah, it's done. Ponies are off a fiber board instead of combs and cards. Sorry, boys outside having a snowball fight. Lots and lots of loudness. Yay. Had to close the front door, so if the color just changed, it is what it is. That was only step 1 in spinning. Let's see, in this box, I have the, oh geez, which ones did I spin? I think it was the Massam. Went ahead and spun that up. And the Radnor. And then I also spun up Rambouillet. And Rambouillet is a merino that, it's a French merino. And there's a big long history about Rambouillet. It's something you want to look up, but it's, the feel of it is a little bit softer than, in my opinion, a little bit longer staple, and a little loftier softness, not as in micron softness, but I prefer Rambouillet over merino. And then I also spun Falkland. And Falkland is, again, a merino blend, but it is, the reason it's called Falkland is the sheep are only on Falkland Island. And the only way you can have a Falkland sheep and get the wool from it is, or I don't know if you can import them now because they were the sheep, but they're not crossbred in any way. So the fiber characteristics are a little bit different. I do have English Suffolk coming up next, and Horn Dorset top coming up next. I'm not going to talk in depth on these just because I'm spinning them up, and as I can, I will. But today I'm under the time crunch, so I want to get this up and into editing mode. I am putting everything in a little box that I got. It should hold all 24. And then I found a box of like 18 that I had already spun. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these, but I do have enough to, you know, if I wanted to do a small throw or something like that, I believe I have enough fiber to do that out of hand spun. And I've decided I'm not dyeing any of them. They will just be what they are. Works in progress, I think. I think that's where we are. Yep. So I have the Easy Eyelet Yoke Sweater by Knititude. And that's what it's supposed to look like. And of course, me being me, I test knit this, so I've knit it before exactly by the pattern. But I wanted a second one. Now I'm actually using the yarn that she called for, which is the Chainette from Lion Brand. And I made a few changes. I cast on, there we go, don't lose the stitches. Need a cap. Why that wasn't on there. I cast on for a smaller amount because I wanted the neckline a little bit tighter. I then did the eyelets per what the size I wanted, and then to get the correct count, I spaced the eyelets a little bit further. And I went up one size bigger than what I am because I do like it oversized, but I wanted that neckline a little bit tighter. Therefore, I had to make the raglan just a little bit longer so that it would fit right to where my armpit was. As soon as I was done separating for the sleeves, I finished most of that, or I finished that ball of yarn, and I went to the sleeves. And I have knit one sleeve, and I decided instead of doing decreases, I'm just knitting it flat, doing a rapid decrease of knit two togethers when I get to the size that I want. And then I did 1.5 inches of the 3x1 ribbing that it calls for. As soon as I am done with the second sleeve, I will go on to the body forever. I have just started another ball for the sleeve, so that should take care of the sleeve. And then I have 4 more balls in here of this Seagrass colorway. And I don't know how long I'm going to do it. And if it gets long enough that it hits waist area or longer, I am going to add some increases in probably on the side or in the back so that it accommodates my rump. Yep. So this yarn is really impressing me. It is super, super soft. It's alpaca and wool, and the strength of it is nice. It doesn't pull apart very easily, and it is just so squishable. I'm liking it. So this will be the next sweater, hopefully I finish. And that is held in my I'm full of knit bag that I was given at a Knittin' and a Mitten. The other gnome is in my gnome bag by Bags by Awesome Granny, and I have that much cast on. This one I am going to do in stripes, and we'll see how long it is for the head, and I may just continue on with the body. And I have another color. I think I'm actually going to use some fiber locks for the beard instead of doing a knitted thing. More looking maybe like that one. So we shall see. So this is Never Not Gnoming by, her. Completely blanking on it. You can find it, just, look it up on the internet. Never Not Gnoming. She sells both on Ravelry and off Ravelry, and I will be talking about her in a little bit, so her name will be in this episode because I'll be able to see it. The other thing that I have, worked on this week for this episode. I have a hoe, or a PhD, as I like to call it, project half done. As you know, I'm making socks for my nail tech. I decided daughter-in-law can pick a different color. I really like these for my nail tech. She only has a 6.5 size 7 foot. So these are the small sock blockers from Hornshop. And so that is one sock done. Just heel flap and gusset, standard rounded toe. And I have this much cast on. So I'm hoping to finish these by the 1st because I have other things. I think that's it for my works in progress. I didn't work on the squares. I didn't work on my shawl. Those will come. Probably do those in January just because. So this is what I want to cast on the 1st. This is my Advent 24 stripe self-striping Christmas Advent by Two Sisters Yarn Company. I have shown that before. It has the 2 striping yarns and then the sugar cookie in the middle that are for heels, toes, and cuffs. And so I want to be able to cast these on the 1st. Am I going to keep up? Probably not. I suck at doing knit-alongs, but I can try. I have a bit of acquisitions because things that I ordered way back when came in, and then I ordered something to go with the way back when. So, wow, my neck's hurting. Probably from moving the couches. I need to decide on my colors for, what is it called? Just a second, I'm looking. There's the Never Not Gnoming pattern, so I can go back and say that. That is by Sarah Shreya, I think. Imagine Landscapes. But she is doing a knit-along for Advent that is called the Adventure Gnome. And it starts coming out on the 1st, so I'd like my gnome and those socks done by the 1st. So this is one that you can sign up for. Like I said, she sells her patterns both on Ravelry and on another venue, which you'll just have to look up. The Adventure Gnome by Sarah Shreya, S-C-H-I-R-A. And this tells us, this is just the beginning of us telling us what colors to pick out if you didn't order the kit. I did not order the kit, so I'm trying to figure out what singles I want to use. So that's one thing. I also purchased from Knitty McPurley. Let's see if there's a good picture of this in bigger. This is a sweater that I will probably be doing in January or February. I know I have the yarn for it. It is done in Brooklyn Tweed Loft, which I believe is a fingering. But this is the Watership from Watership Down. I don't know if I'll do it short sleeve or long sleeve. It will depend. So I picked up that pattern. So that's a future knit. And then, of course, I've got the squares to continue on with. Like I said, I don't know if I'll get those done for Christmas. But I did order some Advent things. And this is from a yarn store in, I want to say it's North Carolina, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that. Let me look at the shipping tag. What does it say? Georgia. Sorry. And it's called A Box of Goats. And that is from Fuzzy Goat, which is the yarn store in Georgia, Thomasville, Georgia. And this is a 31-day advent. Some of them fun, some of them yarn. And so I have 31 days here. And I don't know what colors they are, and it says to make a scarf. And I'm not a scarf knitter. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm getting into the spirit of this. I ordered from You & Dye. It's EWE and DYE. And this is Lump of Coal, which is a fingering with sparkle. Let's see if I can show you. And it is a tonal of grays and blacks, and it definitely looks like a lump of coal. It's gorgeous. And if I take this and the amount of yarn that is said to be in these, this is supposed to have just about 400 yards. And this is, or I'm sorry, this one has just about 600 yards. And this one has 400 yards, so I was backwards on that. I think I can get that blanket that was Knit Vent last year or the year before. That's bad. I have it. I think it's called the Habitation Throw. Need to go into my Dropbox. Yep, Helen Stewart. And there's the blanket. It's by Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart. It's called Knit Vent Habitation Throw. And I think if I do, you know, one of that skein and then the same amount of, do some rows in between of this. And, you know, at the middle start decreasing when this gets to a center point or when I'm down to halfway on these yarns. And I know not all of these are yarns, so I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, and that's why I ordered this skein to go with this. Because I'm not a shawl knitter. Or, well, I'm a shawl knitter. I'm not a scarf knitter. The straight, yeah, I'm just not. I've done a few in my past, and they hurt my brain, as in I have to force myself to work on them, and I don't like hurting my brain. Saw somebody on, I want to say it was Instagram, that was having a puppy have to go in for surgery. And I'm a sucker. And she sells beeswax soap. And she's up in Alaska. I don't apologize for crinkling. I buy stuff. You're here to see what I bought. So, you know. But this soap is just, oh, it smells just like beeswax. All natural. It's got bees on it. And this is going to be my scrubby soap. What sucks is I don't remember who. I know she's in Alaska and I know she's on Etsy. Well, duh, I can look at Etsy, can't I? My brain, it's gone. So I can't read anything with those glasses. Let's look at Etsy real quick. And go to me, go to purchases. And it's not here. I have no idea. That's horrible, but I threw out the packaging. So it is what it is, and I'm still showing it because it smells good. You can search on Etsy. We're all computer literate if we're watching YouTube. Or at least computer literate enough to, I'm sure, search Etsy. The next box of stuff I got, and I forgot completely that I ordered this. This is my, is it Hygge? Hygge. And each one of these has numbers on it. There's 4 Sundays. And so it's kind of like the Advent Sunday. So this Sunday coming up is when you start it. And I've got 3 separate packages of number 1. And then I have a card that goes with number 1. And it tells me what to do with them. And this is supposed to be something that is relaxing and fun. And this was from Heidi and Lana from North Canton, Ohio. And it says, hello and welcome to your holiday Hygge knitting. In the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, we all need to pause and take a deep breath and enjoy a simple, cozy moment. It's my hope that the knitting project and fun little surprises contained in this box will help you do just that. Each week, you will open the packages with the corresponding number. There's a schedule on the back of this card. It is my wish that in the weeks ahead, you are surrounded by peace, comfort, and joy. Happy knitting, Margaret. And so November 29th, then December 6th, December 13th, and December 20th. And it's the card. And they're just, some of them are soft, some of them are not. They're all numbered, so I know which ones go for what weekend. And that's pretty cool. I forgot I ordered it, and then I did look up on Etsy, and yes, or I'm sorry, I looked up in my PayPal because they weren't on Etsy, it was straight from their shop. And yes, they did. So I will be doing that as well. Then, of course, I ordered yarn and other things. Let's talk about the other thing. I've been wanting this for a while. I ordered the, what's your word? And it is a kit, comes with a hammer. I have an anvil, a little anvil. Comes with the bracelets. It has a box of prompts for finding your word if you don't know what your word is. The ABCs, let's see if I can get this off. Sarge had to open it for me last time he was home, but I'll work it out. These are all of the stamps, and they're just ABC stamps. More bracelets. This is the little thing that you put the rounds on. You put your strings on first, and then you put your rounds on. And that's what you actually pound into. You set this on an anvil or something strong, concrete, whatever. And that's what you pound onto. I haven't done one yet. I have, these are samplers so that you can sample some of them to make sure you know how. There's how-tos. And then it comes with the little carry bag. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. I pick a word each year, or maybe I'll do a few words for me, and when I feel like I need courage or I need to believe or something like that, I will go ahead and I will do this. And so I thought it was pretty cool. Our mission is to be a catalyst for meaningful conversations and positive actions, from myintent.org. I also picked up this really cool gadget. And what it is it pulls apart, it's magnetic. And if you set it, it holds your phone. And so it didn't come with a black cord, but I'm going to put it on a black cord and wear it here because you can loop it through. And it'll be a necklace that I can carry with me when I need somewhere to hold my phone. It does hold the iPad, just it has to be portrait, landscape, not portrait. We'll go to the big box. I ordered from Premier Yarns. I remember knitting the Allegan, which is a super chunky cardigan, and I shrank out of it, and I missed that sweater. I loved it. So I think I have enough here to do it in this tweedy, what color is it? It's a mega tweed, super bulky. Does it have a color? Yeah, honey tweed. And so I got 6 of those, I think. Yeah. And so hopefully I'll be able to one weekend, because it was a super simple weekend project in bulky weight. While I was there, I also picked up enough of this anti-pilling in the chunky weight in fog gray to do a sweater. And Uptown Bulky from Universal Yarns in chocolate brown to do a sweater. And this one, Sarge actually asked me for a wash and wear cardigan. So I may be doing Sarge a cardigan out of that brown. And that came in a box. I also got my knit crate for this month. This month's is a little bit different. It is supposed to be color work. And so the color work project is right there, that hat. Now, I'm not going to be knitting that hat. Might use these for mittens or for the top of the sweater. There were 5. Were there only 4? Yeah, because they're 100 grams each, or 100 yards each, so that would be 400 yards. So this is Vidal Vitalana by Knit Crate, Ambient Worsted, which is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, 100 yards, hand wash only. This is in Titan, khaki color. Michelangelo, Vienza, showing up a little bit darker than what it is, and Fresco. So I'm not sure what I'll do with these, but they will vegetate a little bit, but I know I won't be making that hat. I'm not a hat knitter. Very rarely. If Boo wants a hat, sometimes I'll knit it, but other than that, I don't knit a lot of hats. I don't know if into the new year I'm going to continue with this. I'll continue through December, at least, but it just depends. I mean, it's a good quality, but I've only knit with one. I have a big stash, so I don't know. I may be canceling that. Let's see. I think that's all of my acquisitions except for I have one acquisition that was a complete surprise to me. And that was a friend of mine. I had, at one of the Knittin' in the Mittens, I believe, I gave away hand spun yarn. And let's get on the iPad so it's bigger. She knit up the hand spun yarn and mailed it back to me. And that was so sweet. I really dislike the new Instagram layout. But it was some chain plied rainbow yarn that I had spun up. And she made me the sweetest cowl. So thank you. You know who you are. You're amazing. Miss you. Before we go into gadgets, just a little bit about what's going on here. Looking for work. I've been interviewing quite a bit. I did get subpoenaed to come in on a court case from my past employer, which is no big deal. Been there the last couple of days talking with the lawyer, and it was actually the other people that subpoenaed me because I'm no longer working there. They had to do that. Yeah, it's not fun, but it's part of the job, and I knew this case was coming out, so that's really been, my brain has been focused on that, so I haven't been, you know, it looks like I've crafted a lot or I've purchased a lot or whatever, but this has been coming in, you know, over the last month or so, and I haven't been able to just sit down and be, and so this week I'm hoping to. This is the last of the big hoorah of getting the living room furniture in. I still have the bedroom to do, not completely finished there. But the court case is next week. I'll be able to finish that up, and then I'll be able to relax. Getting a job is a second priority right now to getting my life back to me. And though getting a job is always important, I have been focusing on me. I am down 12 pounds, and I have been focusing on what I'm eating, what I'm putting into my system, exercising, trying to get that kind of focus back into my life, and I really need to do that. I am feeling much better. I also had to kind of watch what I'm drinking, being alone, and you know, it's easy to drink and then go to bed. I don't want to be that person. So I'm not saying I stopped, I'm saying I cut back, and I'm being more reasonable now because I'm being more focused on me. If I want a glass of wine, I'll have one, but I'm not drinking the whole damn bottle. So that's a good thing. Just putting it out there, you know, everybody has their struggles, and this has been a hell of a year. Really weird for Thanksgiving. Sarge and I may Skype a little bit. He's not able to come home. The grandkids, I think their school has issues with COVID and things like that. And I don't want to deal with it. I love my grandkids, but Skype and FaceTime and other things like that work. Yeah, it's odd going into the holidays without plans. Thanksgiving is going to be a turkey sandwich on no-carb bread. You know, I already have that. I did make up my cranberry relish. I may have some pickles or something on the side, but nothing fancy. Everything is just different. And I'm not going to say a new normal because I don't like this, but normal will never be normal again. We'll never go back to what it was. The whole upheaval of everything is just crazy. And I'm thankful for the friends that I have that are talking to me and communicating, the ones leading the Bible study, the one that contacts me almost every day, hey, how you doing? The once a week ones, the every once in a while, or talks to me on all the different social medias that I'm on, which I am actually trying to get off Facebook except family, and so I have gotten rid of 90% of the people that I don't know in person. There's a couple that I've followed for years and years and years and years, and we have become friends, and those ones I've kept. But for the most part, my Facebook is locked down, and I have moved over to MeWe or WeMe or MeWe. And then I'm trying to move off Instagram as well. The attacks there and the censorship on both of them, I just don't care for anymore. And I have some family on Instagram, so I will keep my account. But I've moved over to Vero. And I like Vero a lot more than Instagram. It is an easier site. That was my last picture that I put up. I just love that picture, found it online. But everything is contained, and I'm really enjoying that. So when I say how that LED looks on the wall, I just love it. But that's the site. It's called Vero, Vero. And then I am also trying out Wimkin. Not on there much. It's a little bit different, a little more like Facebook, but I don't know. I'm working on it. I don't know if I'm going to stick with Wimkin or WeMe. And then Telegram. If you get off Facebook, you need a way to be able to communicate. So I'm on Telegram. And then Parler. I'm not huge on Twitter anyways. When it first came out, I was on there a lot. And then after the Ooh Shiny went away, probably 6 months in, I went, I don't need this crap. So I went to Parler. And Parler, again, it's like Twitter, and I don't know how long I'm going to stay on there. I mean, I'll have an account, but I don't know how much I'm going to do on that. I do enjoy Daily Grace. They have a podcast daily. And today's is I Heard the Bells, The Hope of Christ and Caroline Cobb, with Caroline Cobb. That one goes along with starting the Bible study. And we're on day 2 of this, Hymns of Advent. And I'm enjoying, I've never done one before. Well, I've done one, but never with the book and help and, yeah, all that good stuff. So I'm learning. But if you want to follow me on social media, those are the places to find me. Of course, right now I am still on Instagram, so you can find me there, and I'll let people know when and if I move completely off of the thing. I've also heard about Rumble for videos instead of YouTube, because YouTube, if you don't have the right speak, will make it hard to search for you. And I have been told by many that it's hard to search for my podcast. I don't know why. So that's what it is. Okay, let's get into Gadget Corner. I have two. One is my daughter-in-law sells Monat, M-O-N-A-T. And I was using some of the products and I didn't care for the hair stuff. That's just me. With the little bit of curls that I have, and I need to get it cut so it'll curl up here again. But it just wasn't working right for my hair. Now, everybody's hair is different, so you do you. So I went back to my old products, and that's what I like. But I love this product. This is the 30-Second Miracle Instant Eye Perfector. It takes all the bags away. And I have very hooded eyes. This whole, it lifts, you know. I don't wear makeup. I moisturize, and that's about it. Well, she got me into using this, and I love it. One bottle lasts about 2 months, and you just, with your ring finger, you just pat it on. And I do it on the hood and underneath. And 5 minutes later, the saggy baggies that I have, these aren't as bad as what they are when I get out of the shower. Yeah. So I'm liking this. So that is number one in the gadgets, is you get to an age, I need to moisturize and I need to have lifter stuff. And the other, when I said I was going to make Sarge a cardigan, I still need to find the right pattern because he has one in mind that he really wants, and I know I have the pattern for it, I just need to find it. But I picked up one of these expanding sewing gauges. It is by Semflex Expanding Sewing Gauge for shearing, smocking, buttons, eyes, drapery pleats, dress pleats, and much more. Now, I remember my mother, who was a seamstress, she had one of these. And it's really nice, as it has, I think it's 6 inches long, and it has it marked from different sizes. And then it has the different button sizes. So if you only want a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch button or a full inch, you know, it goes there. But this expands to let you know where to put your button. And my thing is you put your non-negotiable button on. So mine would be about right here. That's the one that I don't want to pull. I don't want this one to pull, and so I don't want these two to pull either. So I need my non-negotiables right where they need to be, and the rest of them should fill out. So if I wanted to go from this there we go. If I was to do on this sweater, which I'm not, but you know, I'd know that a button goes here, a button goes here, a button goes here, and then you count. Do you want 5 buttons? Pull it a little bit further. Do you have like 12 buttons? Of course, this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you would take and you would mark at whatever stage those are, and then bring it down and mark the others. And this is really nice to be able to get evenly spaced. Now, your buttons, your top button and your bottom button do not have to be evenly spaced. They need to be placed where they need to be placed. Your non-negotiable is the one that pulls, and it can either look sloppy or not. If you put your non-negotiable in the correct place, it doesn't look sloppy. And then you know evenly spaced after that, because those are the ones everybody notices are anything but the top and bottom. So I went ahead and I picked that up. It explains everything on the back. And that's my gadget this week. So I think that's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay safe. And until next time, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. Bye-bye.